Hi, my name is Adipode Aishat, and I am here with Engineer Duro Ilorin Akim.
Good day, everyone.
Good day to you, sir. Can you briefly introduce the skill you teach and its real-world application?
Okay, so I'm the trainer for model making in Architecture D, which is Tech 44. So for the purpose of this course, this particular semester, we'll be streamlining our learning to interlock production. So generally, let me just start by stating, like, just defining what model making in architecture is. Model making in architecture is just the process of just creating a physical representation of building and its other elements, such as we have models of buildings, models of be it anything in the building, chairs and other aesthetics objects in the building. So for the purpose of this course, we'll be streamlining our learning to interlock production. So I want to believe everybody knows what interlock
No,
production
sir.
is.
Can you just expatiate on the interlock production?
So interlock production is a block, just like the block that we have for our building, the partition and the load bearing blocks, the bricks, the bricklayer, was called the blocks. So it's almost the same, was called the same process in producing interlock. And as you can see, just coming in from the entrance, there is a pavement, you know, those are interlocks.
Okay. Why do you believe this skill is important for undergraduate students to learn?
Just I've earlier stated what interlock production is and what interlocks are. I think interlock is everything that we see in our day-to-day activities, is everywhere around us. So I can see the viability, of our student learning about its production and its application. Just I've earlier stated that just outside there, you can see the business viability.
To the next question, sir. What are the basic requirements or prerequisites needed to start learning this skill?
Okay. So to me, I think in every skills worth knowing, one have to have passion for what it entails and what it brings to the table. So just like as I've earlier stated, interlock production deals with construction and it deals with building. So a new beginner who is ready to venture into the business should be ready to venture into building what's it called building business, learning how to mix and other concrete manufacturing processes and as well as its
The
application.
next question, sir. How long does it typically take for a complete beginner to become proficient?
The amount of hours spent and experience gathered on the job will actually determine the duration it will take a beginner to be, at an expert level. And I think when it will be around 3 to 6 months or
So,
thereabout.
moving on, sir, what are the fundamental steps in interlock block production?
Okay, just like I've earlier stated, in every construction processes and most especially block production, we have several steps at which a beginner needs to execute in order to get a well and durable interlock. So we have processes such as proportioning, mixing, compacting, curing, and then drying.
Sir, you mentioned proportion. Can you please briefly explain that?
Okay. One of the manufacturing processes that is key, essential, and crucial in interlock or block production is proportioning. Proportioning entails quantifying your materials, setting them aside in different proportion in order to have a better mix.
Moving on, sir, what materials, tools does a beginner need to start learning interlock block production?
Like every other block production that we are accustomed to, which requires cement, sand, and water. Same goes with interlock production, just that instead of the regular sharp sand, we substitute that with granite dust. So for interlock production, we have water, cement, granite dust, and admixture when need be. So equipment just like every other block production equipment, just that in this particular block production, molds are mostly required.
Are these materials expensive or affordable for the average student?
Okay. The materials are readily available in our environment and very, very affordable, which is one of the most advantage of interlock production.
Can this skill be learned fully online or does it require physical practice?
The course actually require physical practice. It entails is basically a practical course. Although the theory aspect is crucial and essential to, more like in the process of proportioning, there are several what's it called that it entails. So for a beginner to excel well in this particular skill, they need to understand proportioning, and that doesn't basically deals with practical. It deals with both theory and practical aspects of the course.
What common challenges do beginners face while learning these skills and how do you help students overcome these challenges?
Okay, so I think one of the most rampant challenges beginner face in this particular skill is the first two processes of the production, which is the proportioning part and the mixing part. And in order to help students to overcome these challenges, what we mostly do is invite them for the practical classes, which is essential for them in order to gather experience going forward in the course.
In your experience, what separates an average learner from an exceptional one?
What basically separates an average learner from an exceptional learner to me when I see one is having passion for the skill. You know, in every beginner, you surely see, different passion when it comes to learning a new skills. So in order for you to be distinct from an average to an exceptional, like you have to showcase that passion in the course and then you learn.
To the next question, at what stage can a student start earning money with this interlock block production?
Instantaneously, a student can start earning in interlock production and its application because the immediate customers are out there, the material is within reach. So I believe for every student who is interested in taking the course further by practicing and producing interlock for sale outside, there's a large market to participate in out there.
What are the startup costs involved in monetizing this skill?
The startup cost depends on the amount of capital an individual is ready to put in the business. So I think what will take the chunk of that money will be modes, and that will determine the extent at which your production will go to. Because modes, I know for a fact that mode is the most expensive and the essential part of production of interlock. So getting a big capital, you can invest that in buying modes, and that can determine the amount of production. Given that an individual is ready to rent modes, for a starter, 500,000 naira should be a good capital to start on a small scale.
How profitable is this skill in Nigerian environment or global
Okay.
markets?
Nigeria is a developing nation, and you can see that we have several construction going around us. Even just outside there, you can see people constructing. So, and then we are in an urban area, so interlocks are everywhere. So there is a large market for everybody to participate in.
What are the top industries or sectors where this skill is in high demand?
As obviously as it is, construction industry is one of the biggest in the country at the moment and is major contributor to the country's GDP. So I think it's a striving portion for everybody that wants to engage himself in.
So, what mistakes do students often make when trying to monetize this skill?
So with my little experience and engagement I've had in the past, I think when it comes to monetizing this particular skill, a lot of people actually do compromise on the material, and not only the material quality, but also the mixing and the proportioning of those materials.
Okay. What final advice would you give undergraduate students about learning and monetizing interlocking block production?
Construction industry is a major contributor to this country GDP, and then is a reliable and viable industry to invest in. So they should go out there and just practice what they've learned in the course. And thank God, interlock production is a business that you can start with little or a minimal capital. So
Now we have come to the end of our interview with Engineer Duro Ilorin Akim. We really thank you for your time. We appreciate you, sir. So everyone watching this video, I hope you now understand what interlock block production is all about, how to monetize this skill, the basic requirements you need to learn this skill, and how you can face the challenges in this skill. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate